volume up.
So like I said, today we will have more grounding practice, more of this moving close to earth, connecting to Mama Earth practice. So let's start in the seated position, crossing your legs, and already here, feel the contact with the ground through your sitting bones. Close your eyes and truly notice what makes contact with the ground. Your seats, bottom of your legs. Relax your shoulders down and back, make them heavy. Find your breath and imagine that there are two forces playing with your body. A downward force, like your body, that is connected to the upward force, the earth, the ground coming up to hold you, support you. So as you breathe in, you lengthen, but you take the energy down to the belly, to your seats, to the earth. And as you breathe out, draw the energy from the earth all the way up towards the crown. Stay with your breath for 3 more rounds so you can establish a rhythm for your practice. And already when you have your rhythm, open your eyes, spread your arms wide, and then take the hands all the way up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms up, and elongate your arms, your outer shoulders. So you want to lift your shoulders a little bit, but not that much that your neck gets tight and stiff. There is a gentle lift, but still some softness in your neck. Now, when you are here, pay attention not to jet your ribs forward. So rather take the lower ribs, bottom of your ribs, down and back. And then release the fingers, make the cactus arms this way. And we will start to engage our upper traps and middle traps. So on breathing, take your arms back, broaden across the chest, elbows back, and then pulse it back to the center. 9 more times. So we pulse it slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, nice and slow, not too fast. 1, and then interlace the fingers behind your head, point the elbows forward, dragging your chin towards the chest, making your head heavy. At first, notice what is happening at the back of your neck. So you don't need to press a lot into your head. It can be just a gentle touch, just placing the hands on the back of the head. And then start to wave it a little bit right and left, finding new lateral angles in your back of the neck. And after a few waves this way, come back to sit. Relax the hands down on your knees, then place the hands behind you and just switch the crossing of the legs for opposite. Breathe in to sit tall, lengthen. On breathe out, twist to the right. Left hand on the right knee. And try to stay tall. So there is a lift as you breathe in through the torso, keeping the lower spine neutral so you are not collapsed onto the lower spine, but the low back is nicely lifted. Then come back into the center, breathe in to get tall, and on breathe out, twist to the right, look behind, twist to the left, look behind the left shoulder. Pay attention to your rhythmic breath. Every breath in is there to make you taller. Every breathe out to twist you a little bit more as you contract the belly. Then come back into the center. Last pose in the seated round. Just walk your hands forward, keep the legs crossed, and bow your head down. So if you don't feel that warm up yet, you can lower just halfway down, relaxing through the neck, or you can get even closer to the earth, to the point that it feels okay. Here, making this contact with the ground, you can create intention for the practice if you wish. And the practice that is connected to the first chakra, Muladhara chakra, it's always the practice to connect to your inner self, to your roots, to the basic needs. And then let's come back to sit and let's pivot the legs behind us so that we can move a little bit more. We are in all fours here. Tuck the toes under. Try to tuck all the toes, maybe even the little pinky toes can be tucked under, and then lean back towards your heels. If it's tough, you can stay higher with your hips. If it's easy, almost touching the heels. Relax your head down, stay for 3 breaths. The feet are very important. They are connecting us to the ground, especially the ball of the feet, the ball. So the base of your toes. And let's sway here a little bit right and left if it feels good. So just finding many different angles at the back of the feet, waking up. Few more rocks. And then come back into all fours. Spread your fingers wide. Breathe in, open to the cow pose. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe out, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. 2 more times. Breathe in, open up, tailbone high. And then breathe out, round the spine. Push the ground away. Breathe in, shoulder blades squeeze together. And then breathe out, we protract, we spread the shoulder blades away from each other. Then sit on your heels, hop, slide the hands onto your thighs creases and open the heart so you can jet the chest forward. Then slide your hands forward and we will move into puppy pose. So get your forearms down. If it's okay, you can start to walk your elbows even more forward and eventually place your forehead, your cheek, or your chin on the mat. It's morning, so don't go too hard on yourself. Notice what feels good. So that your yoga is about creating this sweet conversation between your body and your mind. And you never need to rush any pose, any process. It's the body time rather than the ego time. Then climb back onto all fours. And then tuck the toes under, breathe out to the first downward dog. At first, move around a little bit here, bending one knee then the other. And make sure that every part of your hand is working equally. The inner hands, outer hands, front of your fingers, middle fingers, base of the fingers. Make sure that no part is making less effort than the other. Then walk your hands only halfway back, so now it will be easier to place your heels down on the mat. And magnetize your chest towards your thighs, so you are getting longer across the spine, across your torso. Maybe gently bend knees if you feel tight. And relaxed neck. Walk your hands all the way back, hands on your shins, halfway lift on your breathing. On breathe out, drop the hands down and hold your elbows. Fold into Uttanasana. If you like, you can give yourself a gentle sway here from right to left. Make sure that all your feet, all the parts of your feet are making the press down to the ground. So not standing only on your heels and not only on the toes, but sharing a bear dome between the front and the back. Release your fingers down. Step your feet as wide as your yoga mat and point the toes out and go into Malasana, yogi squat. But we will go into the flexion of the spine, but by walking the hands forward, fingers as much forward as you can, and then drop your head down. Imagine that you could push the knees away from your hands. So hands are reaching forward, knees are reaching backward. Relax your neck and breathe to the middle spine, back of your ribs, back of your diaphragm. Then slowly climb back to sit tall in Malasana. Take the hands behind you and sit. If you are away from your mat, just shimmy your bump a little bit more forward and connect the inner feet together into Baddha Konasana. Slide your hands onto your knees and sway a little bit from right to left. So we are starting our morning very gently. No rapid movements. Then slide the hands onto your shins and on breathing, reach the chest forward like a cow pose. On breathe out, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. 3 more times, breathing, open up. And on breathe out, round the spine. Keep on moving this way in your pace. So always you are the master of your breath. And if I'm too fast or too slow, keep moving your way. Okay, after this rocks, take your knees in towards your chest. Let's engage a little bit our core by hovering the feet up. And now make test. Can you be more on your sitting bones than on your sacrum? So by rolling your weight even slightly to the front, to the top of the sitting bones, you are elongated through the spine. Lower spine is elongated. Now take your hands to the arms to the inside of your knees, hands to the outside of the feet, and lift the feet for happy baby. It's just a moment. For 3 hard lifts. Stay more on the top of the sitting bones. And then connect the feet together. Take the hands behind you. Don't place your feet down. Just extend the legs forward and slowly take your legs down to the ground. We will create sequence moving close to earth still. So bend the right knee. Point the right knee to the right like a tree pose. Make your pelvis even. And then reach the arms up, open. On breathe out, fold towards the left thigh. If it's tough in the morning, bend the left knee. And relax through the neck. Come back to your deep breaths. Press down through the left heel, spread the left toes to activate the left foot. Letting go of any extra tension on your face. Relax your jaw, eyebrows, muscles around your eyes. Breathe out, prepare. On breathe in, climb up, reach your hands up. Then ground the right hand behind your right thigh, and we will make side body stretch. Roll on your right shin, lift your seats, and stretch the left arm across the ear line. So at first, it's all for side body sake, lengthening the left side, Left heel away from the left fingers. And now if you wish, you can turn it more into the back bend. So opening through the pelvis, rolling your heart open heavenward, and finding 3 breaths, expanded breaths into every corner of your lungs. Now this will be a little bit tricky, so listen up carefully. We will look down. Take the left hand behind the right hand, like you could replace the right hand through the left. And lift the right knee and pull the right knee towards your chest. So now we are facing a different place, different side of our mat. Stay in this funky plank pose with pushing the right knee against your belly, and then extend the right leg behind. Breathe in, breathe out, lower your knees down. Breathe in, open to the cow pose, spread your chest. Breathe out, half chaturanga, point the elbows back, heart forward, spread the collarbone. Breathe in, cobra, squeeze your butt. Breathe out, come back to downward facing dog. Don't worry, we will be facing the back of the mat just for a gentle moment. So trust my voice. Stay in downward dog for 3 more breaths. Make sure that every part of your feet is making an effort. Your toes, ball of your feet, outer edges of your feet, inner arches. And then walk your hands to the back of the mat the same way we did before. We will place the hands on the shin bones, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold down. Breathe in, take a look forward and spread your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Come back into Malasana. We will repeat exactly the same on the other side. Stay in straight Malasana with straight spine and try to point your knees towards the back of the mat, away from your elbows, so that your upper glutes are making effort to spread your legs wider. Then take the hands behind you and sit down, hops. Now extend through the right leg, bend through the left knee, breathe.
My turn?
No, we are at the back. You can turn if you like, but then you will end up once again at the other side of your room. After this sequence, we will be back into normal. So on breathing, lift arm, and we repeat just the same Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose, but through the other leg. Then we will move to side stretch, and then back in downward dog, and we will be facing the front of the mat soon. But for now, just stay in the Janu Shirsha. And stay relaxed through the neck, active through the right foot. Next, breathe in, slowly start to lift yourself up, re-stretch your arms up, lengthen. Now take the left hand behind your left thigh and roll onto the left shin. At first, make this side body stretch, making long line from right heel to right fingers. If you wish, you can stay more inside stretch, or you can take it to back bend, lifting through the heart, breathing into the chest, squeeze your butt, otherwise you will feel your lower spine. Make strong legs, pressing the ground through the left shin, right heel, and then look down, replace the left palm with the right palm, and then we turn around. So we are back into plank pose with left knee in. Squeeze the left knee into your chest. Then stretch the left leg back in the plank pose. Breathe in, breathe out, drop both knees down. Breathe in, open to the cow pose, stretch the heart forward. Breathe out, lower half chaturanga, strong belly, no rush. Breathe in, open up for cobra, and breathe out back into downward facing dog. Stay for 5 breaths. Make sure your neck is soft and relaxed. You can shake it, yes, if you wish. Press so much through the hands that you have impression that you are elongating your arms. And then one more time, let's walk back towards our feet. Breathe in, hands onto the shin bones, halfway lift, stretch the heart forward. Breathe out, drop the fingers and step your feet as wide as your yoga mat, toes pointed out. Come back into Malasana. Just sit straight and then immediately we will take our bum down to sit. Stretch both legs forward now. Press down through the sitting bones, breathe in, lift the hands and interlace the fingers. Lift your palms, inner palms up. Be very long through the outside body, outside of your ribs, outside of your shoulders. Spread your toes. And now break the fingers free. If you need, bend the knees a little bit and take your belly to the thighs. Relax your head down. So the practice starts slowly. You don't need to rush it. You can always keep your knees more bent if you need. If you would like to activate your hamstrings a little bit more, keep kind of like dragging your heels towards your hips. So the feet doesn't move, but there is this connection, like you magnetize the energy between the heels and your butt. On breathing, lift yourself up. You can stretch the arms up. Then take the hands behind you, bend your knees. Point the fingers to the front of the mat. Breathe in, lift your butt up. And let's pulse 5 times. So every exhale, you squeeze the glutes and you lift the hips higher. Exhale. Exhale. 3 more. Keep moving. Notice the squeezing of your glutes, of your butt when you lift. The last, the highest. And then sit it down. Once again, hold your knees and hover your feet. Try to be more on your sitting bones, even if it means that you will lose a balance for a moment. Just notice how it feels when you are more straight in this pose. One option, stay here, or take the arms to the inside of your knees, hold the outside of your feet, and once again go for seated happy baby pose. Or if you feel more stretch, you can try to straighten the legs for 3. Heart up, sitting bones, press down, long lower spine. And then bend the knees, cross the legs. First, kind of standing sequence, but still moving close to earth. So move forward with your hands. Step to downward facing dog. Find your downward dog, and when you are ready, lift the right leg up for three-legged dog. Breathe out, step the right foot forward between your hands. Ground the left heel down and slide the right forearm onto the right thigh. So we will start easier with Parshvakonasana, side angle pose. Stretch the left arm alongside your head and try to revolve your heart up towards the ceiling. So you are not facing the ground, but the chest is lifted up. Make sure you are not collapsing onto the right shoulder. Rather, try to take the right shoulder away from your right ear. Magnetize the heels towards each other. And then let's move to Trikonasana, but make the circle with the left arm. Circle left arm down to the ground. And then up to Trikonasana as you straighten the right leg, point the left arm up. Roll left hip over the right and right under the left. It's morning, so it's never about touching the ground or going super low with your right hand. Just find the openness. If your neck hurts, you can always look down. If it's okay, find the drishti towards the ceiling onto your left hand. And then look down, everybody, left hand down. Bend the right knee and slide the left knee outside the right heel to sit in Ardha Matsyendrasana. A common mistake here will be to dump your way onto lumbar spine. Now you can see that my lumbar spine is curved backward. And you want to remain with your neutral calf, so a little bit of C shape. So sit tall, not collapsing down, but lifting. And then on breathe out, twist onto the right. So hug the right knee in, right fingers behind you. And take a look behind the right shoulder. Every breathe in, lift through the center of the heart. Lengthen. Don't lift your chin up, rather try to point your chin in and back like a double chin sensation. Then come back to the center, take both hands forward and move to half standing split. So press down through the right foot, press down through the hands and lift the left leg back. So here we are, kind of like in standing split, but keep the left hip the same level as the right. And on breathe out, kiss the left knee towards your nose, bend the right knee. Breathe in, straight the right leg, re-extend the left leg behind you. Breathe out, nose to knee. 3 more times. Breathe in, extend the left leg back. Breathe out, bend the right knee, hug the left knee into the chest. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out. And I think it's the last one now, so extend and hug in. Then step through vinyasa, left foot steps back, right foot steps back. If you are not that full of energy in the morning, then drop your knees down, half chaturanga, or full chaturanga if you wish. Breathe in, shoulders away from ears, and breathe out. We meet in downward facing dog. Refined breath. And then stretch the left leg high up for three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward between your hands. Ground the right heel down, slide the left forearm onto the left thigh, and reach the right arm across the ear line. Find long lines here. So reach the right fingers away from the right heel. Squeeze heels towards each other to engage your glutes. Chin a little bit in, and then make circle with the right arm down and around to reach up. And as you reach up, straight the left leg, move into Trikonasana. Stay broad and across the chest. Keep pointing the crown of the head to the top of the mat, reaching right hip to the back of the mat away from your crown. Good, good, says. And then take a look down, right hand down, slide the right knee outside the left heel to sit into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Sit tall, lengthen the spine, and as you breathe out, hug the left knee in, left fingers behind you. Look behind the left shoulder. Wherever you get into the shape, into new pose, always refine your breath once and once again. Twist to your maximum, exhale. Inhale, look forward, press the hands to the front of the mat, press through the left foot and extend the right leg behind you. Stay on the fingers. Breathe in, square the hips, right leg straight. Breathe out, kiss the right knee towards your nose, bend the left knee. Breathe in, re-extend the right leg back. Breathe out, squeeze, kind of like a cat pose. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out. We have 2 more to go. Find your own pace. And as you breathe out, try to contract through the belly. Okay, after 5, step the right foot back, step the left foot back. High plank, breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga, the way it feels good. Breathe in, open up, strong legs. Breathe out, downward facing dog. And then drop your knees down, spread the knees a little bit wider. Big toes touch and get into child pose. Take a moment to rest, and soon we will get to the second sequence. Climb yourself up, but stay seated on your heels. Once again, slide your hands up to the thigh creases as you jet your heart forward, lift through the sternum up. Then slide your hands forward, tuck the toes under, and take downward facing dog again. Breathe in, reach the right leg up, but this time bend the right knee. Open the right hip up, point the right knee heavenward. Make sure that your shoulders are equal, even on the same level, not collapsing onto the left shoulder. Then kiss your right knee towards your chest. Make room to take the right foot forward between the hands. Step the left knee down and breathe in, reach your arms up. Interlace the fingers. If your left knee bothers you, remember that you always have time to bend your mat or take a blanket. Point the inner palms up, lengthen. So find a lift through the outer shoulders. Take the belly back, ribs back. And then drop the left hand down, twist the right arm up. So find the twist to the right. Soon we will be going into warrior one. And the twist before warrior one, it's a very nice thing because it helps us to keep the hips even. So look down, tuck the toes, left toes under, lift the left knee, ground the left heel, and then take the left arm underneath your right arm, climb up for warrior one with eagle arms. So the same way you are in the twist, try to encourage the left hip to stay forward, right hip a little bit back. Bottom of the rib cage is above the pubic bone. So try not to take the rib cage too much forward. And then release your hands onto your waistline, straight the right leg, heel toe the back foot a little bit more in. Breathe in, lengthen, and then breathe out, fall slowly towards the right leg. You don't need to get super low. If your legs are tight, stay a bit higher, but try to keep your neutral spine. And now make sure that you are reaching the hips backward, away from your heart. So there are two opposite forces. Backward with your hips and legs, forward with your chest and the crown of your head. Okay, and now lift up, back for warrior one. You can heel toe your left foot a little bit more backward. Exhale to warrior two, look to the right. Stay here. Once again, make sure that the bottom of your ribs are above your pubis bone. So not leaning forward. Now take it to the peaceful warrior butt. Left arm in front of your chest and right arm over the head. Stay for 3. Stay for 2, chest up. And then release. Straight through the right leg. Heel toe your left foot a little bit in. And this time wrap the left arm behind your back. Open the left shoulder back. And on exhale, start to slide the right hand down. Point the left shoulder back and down. And find your breath. One option, you can stay here. Second option, we will try to do Parsvakonasana with a bind. We will see how it goes. So heel toe your left foot a little bit back, one step back, bend the right knee, take the right fingers from the inside of the right leg. One option, stay here, or maybe you can take the right arm underneath the right thigh and maybe the hands will meet. If they do, start to lean back to spread across the chest. Chin a little bit in, point the crown of the head forward, stay for 2, stay for 1, and let's move through vinyasa. So hands down, step the right foot back, inhale, high plank, exhale, lower down through vinyasa, shoulders pointed back. Breathe in, open up, breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, reach the left leg high up, bend the left knee, open the left hip. Keep the shoulders even so they don't move as you keep on reaching the left knee up towards the ceiling. And squeeze the left knee towards your chest. Allow it to rise your chest to make room to step the left foot forward, ground the right knee down. Breathe in, reach your arms up, interlace the fingers, and flip your palms up. I know it's easy to let go of work in your legs, but try to engage your glutes. So you can press the left heel down and back to engage your under butt on the left side, low butt, and squeeze the right glutes to help you to find the lengthening throughout the spine and extension through the hip. Then drop the right hand down and twist the left arm up towards the ceiling. So the hips remain square as you pivot your spine to the left. Breathe, breathe. Look down. Tuck the right toes under, ground the right heel down, lift the right knee, and this time right arm wraps around the left from the bottom as we lift up for warrior 1 with eagle arms. Elbows away from your face, so reach the elbows forward, forearms forward, and the hands upward towards the sky. And then release your hands. Take the hands to the waistline, straight through the left leg. Heel toe your right foot a little bit, square your hips forward, and start to reach your hips backward as you stretch your chest forward. Press the base of your toes down. It's called in English the ball of your foot. So this arch just in the beginning of your toes. One more long breath. Straight your legs, activate your thighs, and then come back into warrior 1. Just heel toe your right foot a little bit back to come back to the wider stand. Exhale to warrior 2. Find your drishti. Everything works powerfully, legs, butt, belly, but allow your shoulders and neck to feel some softness. Taking it to peaceful warrior, but right arm reaching in front of your chest, left arm above your head. Stay for 3. Stay strong in your legs. 2, chest up. And 1, straight through the left leg, climb back up, heel toe your right foot a little bit, and then wrap the right arm behind your back. Start to lower the left hand down. So we are half bound here in Trikonasana. Make sure that the right inner corner of your blade doesn't pops up. So you want by all means to keep the right shoulder blade flat on your spine. One option, stay here, or heel toe your right foot a little bit back, bend the left knee and reach the left fingers down. Stay here, or take the left forearm underneath the left thigh and maybe the hands will meet. If they do, lean back. Stay for 2. Keep on breathing. Stay for 1. Then look down, release the hands down. Step the left foot back, breathe in, breathe out, find vinyasa. linking breath and movement. So it's more like a meditation and this beautiful relationship between the breath, the movement, drishti, and the present moment. We are almost at the end. Breathe in, reach the right leg high up. Step the right foot forward between your hands. Once again, drop the left knee, but this time loop your thumbs. So we create a cross with the thumbs and lift the arms up. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your chest away from your hips. And then, Cecilia, your favorite half moon. You can do it however you love. Use some piece of furniture if you need to. So the hands reaching forward, walk the right fingers even more forward, lift the left knee, and start to lift the left leg for the half moon pose. Who knows? Maybe we don't need a prop. Maybe we do. Whatever you need, go for it. Those are the last few standing shapes before we finish. Stay broad and across the chest. And then drop the left hand down. Drop the left foot to the back of the mat. Come back to low lunge with left knee down, but this time straight the right leg. So we finish in half Hanumanasana. As always, use something if you need. So it's normal that our body in the morning is more tight than in the evenings. So you can grab something to support your hands. But wherever you are, try to spread the right toes, point toes towards your face, or at least towards the ceiling. Hips away from your chest, chest pointed forward. And relax the neck. Bend the right knee, walk the hands forward. We will slow it down with the pigeon. So lift the left knee, press so much down through your hands that you can slide the right knee behind the right wrist. Get your left knee once again down and slowly get on your forearms. Hands like a pillow. Always, if you need, stack something underneath the right seat, underneath the right hip, so that you can feel that your hips are equal. And as we stay here longer, it's easy to drift away from the sensations. But try to regain the focus and point your focus to everything that is going on in your body right now. We are almost done with the poses, so you should feel more energy flowing through your body. Simply keep noticing on each moment how you feel, what part of your body is speaking to you the loudest. Climb back on your hands with no rush. We will simply lift the left knee up and stretch the right leg behind you for three-legged dog for 3, for 2, 1. Step the right foot down and switching sides. So lift the left foot up, three-legged dog. Then step the left foot forward between your hands. Ground the right knee down. Loop your thumbs, crossing them and lifting the hands high up. Notice the legs. Can you make them stronger? So in every pose, in every yoga pose, you have play of two forces. Sthira and Sukha. Sthira is something that grounds you, makes you more powerful, stability. And Sukha is something that brings you light, lift, softness, and ease. Then release the hands down, hop the right foot, move forward, walk the left fingers more forward, and start to move towards the half moon pose. So left hand underneath the shoulders, and left hand doesn't have to be on one line with the left foot. If it's underneath your left shoulder, it usually grounds you better. And if it's not, you can even drift the left fingers a little bit more to the left. We stay for 2, find long lines. Very good, right hip up, up, up towards the ceiling, very well. And then look down, right hand down. Step the right foot back, settle right knee down. You can shimmy the right knee a little bit more back as you straight the left leg, moving into half Hanumanasana. Stretch your seat backward, heart forward, and maybe stay here in halfway. Or if your body allows you, you can fall down, releasing the back of the neck. Breathing here so that every breath is a progress. One more moment. And then slowly bend the left knee, take your hands forward, lift the right knee, push so much down through your hands so that you can free the left knee, and you can slide the left knee behind the left wrist, walk the right knee more backward, and get yourself onto your forearms, hands like a pillow, and eventually release your head down. Once again, letting go of any unnecessary tension around your jaw, around your cheeks. Noticing what you can notice. So how many details can you notice here? What makes contact with the ground? Which part of your body is stretching? And slowly come back on your hands. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. You can hop the right foot more forward and stretch the left leg behind you for 3, 2, and 1. Step the left foot down, step both knees down. Pivot your shin bones to the outside and sit down. Spread your legs wide into Upavishta Konasana. And once again, like in Ardha Matsyendrasana, the seated twist, rather than collapsing onto your lower spine this way, try to find the neutral lumbar spine. So we are built in the S curve in our spine. We have lordosis in the lower back, and try to respect it. Not too much, not to go to hyperlordosis, but just in the middle, just the right amount. Spread your toes to activate your feet. Breathe in, either stay higher if you already have a lot from it. You can always sit higher on the pillow or the block, or if there is some room, walk your fingers more forward, but with no rush. You can release the neck, relax the head. Usually the inner legs needs more time, even more than the back of the legs to open for us. Usually we are not using so much of adductors during everyday tasks, so they can be quite tight. So no rush anywhere, just breathe into the spaces that are opening. And then climb back up. Bend the right knee, take the right heel towards your groins, place the left hand on the inner thigh, and then reach the right arm up. On exhale, fall towards the left leg. Never matters how low you will get. Rather, focus on keeping the openness across the left side body and the chest. Try not to bend the elbow. Think about lengthening the arm as much as you can, and pointing your tricep forward and the pinky finger forward. Very well. Let's switch sides. So move back to the center, straight through the right leg, bend the left knee, right hand on the left thigh, and reach the left arm up and to the side. Every new pose, new shape you find, invite the breath there as quickly as you can. Sometimes it's harder when the pose is more challenging. But if it's something easy and that you already know well, then there should be no problem with breathing deeply and cherishing your breaths. Climb back up, almost at the end. So for a last time, hug your knees in the same way we did before. Try to get more on your sitting bones so you can lengthen your lower spine. If it's all well, take your arms to the inside, hands to the outside of the feet, and then come back into happy baby pose. Or if you feel very warm up and you would like to challenge yourself a little bit more, straight the legs, but this time make the legs more upright than to the outside. So we point them heavenward if it works. If not, keep your knees bent. We stay for 3. Bend the elbows. 1. And slowly bend your knees. Don't place your feet down. The last core activation. Take the hands behind you. Straight the legs, shoot forward, and slowly take your legs down. Slow and painful descent. Very well. Slide your butt to the middle so you have space behind you, and then lower yourself down. Take your knees towards your chest, to the outer ribs so the knees are wider, and sway a little bit right and left. It's a nice SI joint release. This sacroiliac place. Then ground your feet down, feet hip distance apart, arms alongside your torso, and little bridge to finish. Interlace your fingers if you can, and walk your shoulders to the inside even more. So you tuck your shoulders under. Same way, if you would like to activate through the posterior chain, which are the muscles of your calves, thighs, glutes, spine, think about dragging your heels towards your shoulders. You will immediately notice that it squeezes your thighs, squeeze your butt, especially under butt, low butt. Lift your hips even higher for 2, 1, and release it down. Upper spine, middle spine, lumbar spine. Cross the right thigh over the left. You can shimmy your hips slightly to the right and then twist both legs to the left. Twist your head to the right. and truly let go of any tension, any shaping of your breath. Just allow yourself to breathe naturally. And then come back into the center and switch sides. So the left leg over the right. Shimmy hips slightly to the left, and when you are ready, twist to the right. Stretch the left arm to the left. And we've made it to Shavasana. So straight your legs. Get blanket if you need it. Open your palms towards the ceiling. If you need, shimmy your shoulders a little bit and your hips. Just get yourself to the most cozy position that you can find. And many yoga teachers find the morning practice and the morning meditation the most efficient because our mind is still calm, has some stillness after night. So with this calm approach, start to notice. At first, let's notice the surroundings, the sounds around you, the temperature in the room. Notice the connection to the mat, to the ground. And notice all the body parts that are melted towards the earth, towards your mat. How it feels to wear your clothes today. What part of your t-shirt can you feel? How your leggings feels like on your skin. And then notice, are there any thoughts coming to your head? Or maybe your ocean of thoughts is quite peaceful right now. Both options are perfect. So when the thoughts come, imagine that they are like waves of the ocean. So they will come and then they move back into the ocean. All your thoughts are temporary. They never last forever. So accept this fluctuation, not getting nervous or irritated. Simply bringing your loving acceptance to whatever there is. Then come back to your body. So from the outside, from surroundings and making contact with the sounds and feelings outside of us, now it's the time to move inward. So notice how it feels in your legs, how it feels to be alive in your feet, lower legs, upper legs, your thighs, hips, sacrum, pelvis. How it feels for you to breathe right now at the end of the practice. Notice, is your breath rather shallow and slow or quite deep? Make your shoulders heavy and relax, and your arms as heavy as you can make them. Soften your face, your jaw, muscles around your cheekbones, mouth, tongue, all the small places around your eyes, all the small muscles. Relax your eyebrows and the skin between your eyebrows. Soften your forehead, temples, and the skin on your head, from the top, from your sides of the head, and from the back of the head. And before I will leave you with some silent moment, just set an intention for your day, especially in the morning. It's a good time to do that. So just ask yourself, what sense of tone would you like to set up for your day? Visualize how productive you would like to be, or how peaceful, happy. Just picture yourself and this feeling. When you will start to feel it already in the morning right now, the chances are you will continue at least few more hours this way. Stay with this feeling of the peaceful, productive day ahead. And after a few moments, I will wake you up. Of course, as always, feel free to stay longer, or even if you feel like taking a nap after your yoga and Shavasana, go ahead. Or if you would like to wake up already, then start to move your fingers, toes, wrist and ankles, rocking the head from side to side, and notice how heavy your head is. It's usually around of 5 kilo of heaviness. And when you are ready, stretch your arms, yawn or make a side out, and turn to one side. Slowly climb up to sit. Take your time. Hands onto the heart, bow your chin down. And I wish you a happy, productive day. Namaste. Thank you very much, Cecilia and Pilar. Pilar, if you are still in Shavasana, then relax yourself. And Cecilia, we are in touch.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Ciao. Bye-bye.